Hey everyone, so there's 3 bits of news I want to talk about today, so let's just go over it quickly. First one is Neptunia Game Maker Revolution coming to Steam in 2025. Then there is Disgaea 7 Complete Edition coming exclusively, at least in the West, to the Switch 2. And there's a limited edition as well, also going to be released this year. And then lastly, Neptunia Trilogy Rebirth 1, 2, and 3 is coming to PlayStation 4. Alright, here's the info on Neptunia Game Maker Revolution first, since we're going in chronological order here it seems. It doesn't actually give you an exact date there, but it's going to come out sometime this year on Steam. There's no mention at all if it includes all the DLC or not. A bit of a hint to at least the swimsuits, the outfits and stuff being there is on the Steam page itself. There's a mature content description here because, ooh, outrageous. Neptunia, right? This game has many female characters that sometimes have revealing outfits. A bikini is as revealing as it will get, so pretty tame. So I have no idea if there's going to be like a deluxe edition or not, but that's usually how they do things, so I'm going to guess that's probably what they will do. Next up is Disgaea 7 Complete, and that is coming in the fall of 2025 to Nintendo Switch 2. As far as I know, that already exists on other systems in Japan, but in the West, it'll be exclusively Switch 2. I actually don't like what they did with Disgaea 6, the Complete Edition, because first they're like, hey, in the West, it will be an exclusive on the Switch. It'll have the DLC and the extra, storylines and all that stuff. But it kind of ran like crap on the system, to be honest. So I was like, I don't really want to do that. Then I just waited, and then it didn't come out for anything else. So I'm like, okay, I'll buy the Switch version so I can have the complete game. And then they're like, hey, actually, it's not an exclusive anymore. It's now out on other systems. So because of that, it just kind of pissed me off and haven't really touched the game, to be honest. So I'm quite weary that this will happen with Disgaea 7 as well. That being said, given how Disgaea games are, they should run well on the Switch 2, even on, even though that hardware isn't like super amazing. But it should be 60 FPS and 4K, and there's no excuse if it isn't. And no stuttering, please. I guess we'll see what happens when it gets released. Again, fall 2025. There is a limited edition, which, to be honest, is a little bit like, I don't know, it seems kind of disappointing. It's called the Edo edition. I hope I pronounced it right. Your Edo, it's like, Edo period, whatever, because the whole game's about Bushido and all that stuff. But supposedly it only comes with like a, a Disgaea fan, as in like a hand fan, like a traditional Japanese style. It has one of those lucky cat things, but obviously the Disgaea monster equivalent of that lucky cat thing. And it's solar powered, and apparently it moves around, and it'll, I guess, do the paw thing. And it also has a admittedly cool and fitting design there with the LE box. But it's like, is that it? And obviously the game as well. But that's another disappointment, because it's like, it's a game key card, so the game doesn't even come on the game card. It's just a tool to unlock a digital edition, essentially. Now you can go on and on about like, who cares if it doesn't have the actual game on there, because, there's games now that require a Game 1 patch to begin with, so it relies on, some sort of digital distribution in some way or whatever, but just on principle, I just don't like that, and, feels a bit crummy. Now, the last bit of news, which is the most recent one here, is about the Rebirth series, or trilogy rather, from Neptunia coming out on the PS4. Again, this fall, no dates for anything, apparently. Interestingly, it will be physically and digitally. It only says that there's going to be like the standard editions there. So not sure if it's going to be like, hey, everything's together, or you can just pick and choose which one you want or something. It's not really made clear. It does show like a collection of the Rebirth games on the store. I'm interested to see if there's also, individual sales there. But it does look like all the games will be packaged separately, as in they all have their own case and their own cover. And they're going to include all the DLC and everything, so they will be fully complete, as is expected. I mean, everything else would be kind of bad, if it didn't include any of that stuff. So that's that. If anything interesting comes out in regards to any of this, I guess I'll let you know. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video.